Yes, I'm the doctor, and yes, there are places where what I want goes. But there are also times, like right now, team, where I have an idea and I'd really love your input to take it and make it better. Like, a scoop of ice cream is great. A scoop of ice cream with hot fudge and sprinkles is even better. We can make things better. Hello there, everybody. It's Dr. Glenn Krieger here with another episode of your 5-Minute Friday. Now, today, we're going to talk about being a good leader and a manager in your practice. And I have a question for you to start this with. Would you describe yourself as a micromanager? Somebody who feels that every single thing needs to be done a specific way? This is the paper we use. This is the color it has to be. These are the color pens we use. How many calls did you get today? How many of your calls converted to new patients? Like, is that you? Or the other side of it of, hey, I'm just doing ortho, or I'm just doing whatever it is I do. I'm not going to get involved in whatever you do. I hired you. You're competent. I gave you some guidelines of what to do. And I think you can do this job on your own, and you really don't need a lot of input from me. Right now, both of those are extremes. And if we were going to call the micromanager a 1 on a scale of 10, and the lax person a 10 on a scale of a 10, right? They're both extremes. Where do you fall there? Are you a 3 or a 4? You lean more to the micromanager side. Are you a 7 or 8? You lean more to the lax side. And no matter where you are, it's really important to identify what your management style is, and then to evaluate whether or not it's working for what you're doing so far. Do you find you do have a high turnover rate with your team? Do you find your team doesn't do what you tell them to do? That's part 1 of this. I want you to really deep search your soul and find out what kind of manager you are and how has that been working. Now, you may say it's been working like a charm, and you got to ask yourself that again. Is it really working like a charm? And if it is, great. If it's not, be honest with yourself. The second half of what I want to talk about today is your ability to have your plan and your team's plan, right? Because if you're a micromanager, it's really, really difficult for you to let go, if you will. It's really, really hard for you to let them do their own thing, right? If you're a micromanager, you want things your way. And I've been there, and it's no way to live life. Trust me on this. If you're on the other side of it, right? You've got a plan, but you're letting others implement it. And so I want you to start getting into that balance, especially in today's day and age where our team is a little different in terms of an emotional makeup versus where it was, say, even 3 to 5 years ago. So when does your plan need to be implemented by you or by your team the way you want it to be implemented? And when does the plan need to be implemented exactly the way you want it and the team gets no input, right? So like the team can play a role or they cannot play a role in your implementation. And I think there are plans that you create where it's you, like your vision for how the office will be, the quality of care, like that's all on you. But I would suggest to you that something you consider doing at your next team meeting, the next time you have a morning huddle, is bring something up that, you think could do better. Something in your office you're doing better. Explain what your plan is, explain what your vision is, and then ask your team to take that and make it better. Right? Let them know that and say, look, I'm just one person. Yes, I'm the doctor. And yes, there are places where what I want goes. But there are also times like right now, team, where I have an idea and I'd really love your input to take it and make it better. Like, a scoop of ice cream is great. A scoop of ice cream with hot fudge and sprinkles is even better. We can make things better. So explain that to your team and ask them how they can make it better. Maybe it's your marketing efforts, right? Hey, everybody, I want to give gifts to doctors who refer. What do you think about that? Good idea? Bad idea? Good. You're in favor of it? Fantastic. What kind of gifts do you think we should give? Now, a micromanager is going to say, here are the gifts we're going to give. The lax person is going to go, here, I want to give gifts every month. You guys decide what it is and figure out the list and send it. I think if you say, I have an idea, I want to give out gifts, let's massage this as a team. 2 things will happen. Number 1, you'll get more mouths in the discussion, which is super important. And number 2, and what I think is even more important than that, is you're showing a vulnerability as a leader where you realize you don't have all the answers. And I think that's really important to our teams to recognize that, we will steer the ship, but they play a role in helping set the course, and that we don't have all the answers. Because when we act like we have all the answers, we alienate people. And when that happens, you're going to see staff turnover. You're going to see people who aren't going to give you their opinion, even when their opinion's better than yours. And so, again, your homework, what I'm asking you to do is come up with 3 to 5 things for your practice. Nothing huge, but projects that you'd love to have your team take and run with and make better. And here's the key to it. You need to be 100% comfortable letting them take it and make it better. The odds are they're not going to make it worse. So give it a try, see how it works. Let me know how everything turns out. Give me some feedback, send me a message, and just know I'm always here for you. If you ever need anything, just ask, all right? Wishing you a great day or a great Friday. Take care.